Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. On the KC sideline, a familiar face, Andy Reid. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Able to slither by, and he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. Back to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They'll drop to throw. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And the offense moving quickly to... line.
Omar Norman Watt, a loss of 7, brings up 2nd and 17.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
4 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First down, Chiefs.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. And room there to work it inside the 25. They'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave them with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the Chiefs' 26-yard line.
2nd and 15. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
To number 25. A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. Franco, 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Come on. Ready.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
19, Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Now the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of
Mahomes now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. Rifles one, and That's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
35-yard line.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. That's to the right side. Hold in by Royals. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
7-7, our score after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Montgomery back to the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. 2 yards to go, second down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Let's go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are able to move back in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on him.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Throwing now is Mahomes. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And down here, first and goal, If it's not there, don't force it. You got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. And again, it's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Hard throw, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Here we go, here we go. Hop, hop, 70, hop, 70. Ready, go. Hot, hot.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 44, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll drop to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah,
and now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
no doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. Again, 11 on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll get about 6 here before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and
The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Throw left side, pulled in by Tucker. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They're going to look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders have yet again retaken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Pass complete to Royals. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here comes 3rd down and 7. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now it's Haney. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raiders offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, hey.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 1970.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is third and quite a ways.
Come on, come on.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Harrison Bemis to kick off.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Mahomes going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the Raiders' 5-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tell you what, Brandon, if I see a dime look, if I see 6 defensive backs near the goal line, I'm changing to a running play every time.
And they had 6 there. Surprised he didn't audible at the line?
Very much so. I'm going to count on my offensive line in this situation against the lighter defensive backs and try and push it across the end zone that way.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this 2nd half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the 1st half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
And 20 at the 26-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Nice move at the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to give back 11 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 63 yards. And the Chiefs are back within a couple of the lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Cougar 19. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
Pass to the right side, hauled in by Royals. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now Mahomes. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, and it's intercepted at the goal line. And now look at him go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Raiders 35, Chiefs 26. Harrison Davis to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes Mr. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, leading out this offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Able to find Gray here. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Brown's got it for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Hollywood Marquise Brown who finishes it off with the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come on.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he will have the Chiefs' first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made by Tyree Wilson.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jeremy Chinn there defensively.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Royals. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Touchdown! David Montgomery taking it in. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And the final act was the David Montgomery touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read,
there he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. 63 yards. And the Raiders have answered back with a third quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
70, go!
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Mahomes going to throw. Throw over the middle, caught by the tight end Gray. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's now fourth
I
down.
like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on fourth down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the fourth quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think we've hit that point in the game now where any score you get could be the one that actually wins it. So above all, you want to avoid a turnover that leaves you coming away with nothing.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Top row 18. Ready, ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Over the middle, complete. It's Gray. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
They juked him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now back to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Coverage defensively by Trent McDuffie.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Back to throw here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
He'll get this complete to Worthy.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes.
Now throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, no, lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And now here come the Raiders. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Come on.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
60 bites, 60 bites.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. It's Brown. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes to throw it. Pass complete to Royals. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd down. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Mahomes. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Mahomes will throw. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw is made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have 1 big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Mahomes. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.